Since it was discovered, the state of California has been known for its beautiful balance between its rural, urban, and environmental ecosystems. As cities and populations are on the rise, California has the interesting task of adapting to those changes that will benefit all of California's inhabitants. California carries the title of being the leading state of agriculture throughout the United States. There are around 400 different commodities grown in the state of California, which include the commodities like grapes, avocado, almonds, dairy production, etc. Although these commodities have brought great success to California, it has caused many issues to arise. One of those issues is the battle over water. Within California, the water usage is broken down into percentages, with environment accounting for 50%, agriculture 40%, and urban 10%. This battle and other factors, like major droughts throughout California, have government officials looking at regulations that are directed towards those three factors. One of those regulations is Assembly Bill 975, protecting California's wild and scenic rivers. AB 975 is striving towards protecting California's rivers and also enforcing strict regulations on California agriculture, which then in part affects the livelihood of agriculturalists throughout the state. On June 5, 2017, AB 975, Natural Resources, Wild and Scenic Rivers, was passed. This bill was written by Assemblymember Laura Friedman. 975 reads that certain rivers that possess scenic, recreational, fishery, wildlife, historical, cultural, geological, or other similar values will remain in a free-flowing state. This bill will also protect rivers within ecological, hydrological, and botanical circumstances. AB 975 will be enforced by natural resource agencies and will take matters into their discretion. At the state level, the California Department of Fish and Wildlife works collaboratively with each county natural resource agencies in ensuring that this bill and its regulations are enforced throughout the state. Proponents of the bill are the Friends of the River, California Natural Resources, and the Department of Fish and Wildlife. There are about 1,365 miles of state-designated rivers in the California Wild and Scenic River System, and 1,200 of those rivers are both state and federally regulated. For proponents of this bill, it goes beyond maintaining California's rivers in their most natural state. This bill will go beyond the river itself and protect the riparian habitat that lies right next to the rivers. A riparian habitat can be vastly different throughout the state, ranging from a close canopy of large mature trees covered by vines to scattered shrubs. Studies have shown that California's riparian habitat has been removed, degraded, and disturbed over the years, and has only about 5% to 10% of the original habitat remaining. For Friends of the Rivers and other supporters, protecting our rivers will result in returning California to its natural beauty that resided here long before our time. Agriculturalists, on the other hand, are not only concerned with the well-being of California, but also of their livelihood. Agriculturalists argue that this bill is just another burden compiled on top of the strict water regulations in California that will then have devastating effects on California agriculture. Opponents of this bill include the Mountain Counties Water Resource Association and Western Growers Coalition. The Mountain Counties Water Resource Association claims that this bill would further deplete water supplies and would close off future options to raise or add reservoirs. A negative effect of this bill would be that eventually the burden of water regulations will carry too heavy for the farmers therefore pushing them out of the state and into other locations with an abundant amount of resources. Gale Delehunt a quarter of a mile into private property, which will restrict property owners from managing that part of their property. This is not only affecting agriculture within California. This bill has the ability to claim property adjacent to the river, whether it's privately owned or not. As an agriculturalist and as a resident of California, AB 975 is extremely concerning beyond the realm of agriculture. I'm originally from the San Ynez Valley, which lies just north of Santa Barbara. Running through the beautiful San Ynez Valley is the San Ynez River that runs directly from the Chumash Lake. With regulations such as AB 975, not only are water prices going to skyrocket, but so are estate prices. That causes concern for current landowners and future ones like myself. California has been in a constant state of struggle when discussing water regulation. However, the state's government has taken strides to proactively benefit all parties involved. AB 975 claims to reestablish California's riparian habitat. Although this bill has good intentions, it has caused many concerns throughout many communities within California. In order for this bill to accommodate all parties involved, the bill must once again be brought to the floor for debate. AB 975 has many hopeful to replenish California's natural habitat, but has many others concerned that this might not be the best solution for the time being.